Hey, thanks for watching this video. Well, it's the big one, 5.2.4, the quest that I stress out about every single time I approach it on a brand new account. This being my third account, of course. So, yeah, my team is Captain America Sam Wilson. So he's like the biggest damage dealer I have that doesn't require debuffs to do damage. Now, his Special 2 does leave behind debuffs, which is bad for the Masochism global node, but his Special 2 typically does more damage than what the opponent heals, so he still works out. Also, I have 2 evade counters in the form of 3-star Falcon and my 4-star Professor X. I don't remember if he's rank 4 in this video or not, but I guess we'll see. So those are my evade counters. Professor X is also good because of the way that his damage can ramp up. So that means that if I have to reparry for any reason, which shockingly I barely do. I barely reparry in this quest. There's like a few examples where like it would have been a good idea. Like I would have taken less damage in the block if I reparried and say push Spider-Man to his MP2. But anyways, I'm kind of losing track of what I was talking about. So, 2 evade counters, 3-star Falcon, 4-star Professor X. I also have my bleed immune champions in the form of Cosmic Ghost Rider and Colossus. And those are going to be the most useful for the boss, who has like a Caltrops linked node. So yeah, that's my team. As we can see, Cap is doing pretty okay against this Ant-Man. There's like a little song and dance where I have to like push Ant-Man to specials so that, you know, I can bait those specials and kind of drain power and do whatever I want, but then also wait for the glancing and for like the power sting debuff to fall off, because I don't want to. Like, I want to do damage with my hits, and I don't want to take damage by throwing specials. But, I've done this fight, like, 6 or 7 times. I literally don't even know anymore. I ran this fight over and over and over again. Which, is pretty reasonable, since it's, like, the first fight on the path. You know, it cost me, like, 4 or 6 energy to do it, so might as well make sure the first fight's perfect. But yeah, one way or another, however quick it's gonna be, I'm gonna get through it. Alright, there's the first fight, not so bad. So not only is Prof an evade counter, he's a miss counter. Which, for this fight, is a very big deal. That was a very weird cut. I don't know why I cut like that. Yeah, sure, I edited the video. That doesn't mean I know what's going on. Wow. Epic fight. Can I see the... Okay, so it looked like the fight duration was like 2.5 minutes. So that was 2.5 minutes, lost forever. Whatever will we do? Well, at least we're gonna see some Prof versus Spidey fighting in this one. Now, am I gonna reparry in this fight, try to push him to the SB2? It might not be worth it, honestly, because I could reparry, do the 5-hit combo, and then he still does the special one like a jerk. Yeah. So that's an example where reparrying would not have paid off. Ooh. I really don't like Masochism. Like Masochism with like an early game, you know, with like a small roster, like you don't have a ton of options. It'd be a huge pain. Like, it's one thing when you have, like, a White Max pre-fight that you can just slap on whenever you need, Or maybe you have Apocalypse, and you'll absolutely never need to use any pre-fights because he just prevents Masochism from ever happening. You know, that's one thing. Or when your opponents can, like when your champions do so much damage, relative to how much Masochism will heal, that it like barely matters. Oh man, that death is tragic. Well, thankfully I have a stack of health resources just by auto-fighting Acts 1 and 2. Just kind of like farming items and such. 1 and 2, I think. Acts 2 and 3 is what I meant. So yeah, why not spend that stack of health resources already? I can afford to be impatient, at least to an extent. Overall, I probably did waste a little bit. I probably did waste some resources during this content, but to be fair, it's really stressful. 5.2.4, it's like that Masochism node is just like, it's no good. So honestly, reviving through content that otherwise, like, I'm gonna struggle with no matter what, it's probably worth it overall. Looks like this fight's going well. I've got that Vigilance passive going on, which is great. Man, how cool is a Vigilance passive? Let's just think about how cool that is for a moment. I don't know, I think Vigilance, just as a concept, was like introduced with Silver Surfer, maybe? It's like, you know, Dr. Doom Silver Surfer times, like 2018, something like that. So seeing it debut as an active buff that can counter miss was really cool, and then Professor X comes out, and then it's a passive buff that counters miss as well as evade. And I feel like I use it for evade most of the time anyway, so yeah. Professor X is good. Vigilance good, all of that good. Okay, so I'm using Cosmic Ghost Rider for this. I can't remember off the top of my head if I can out-damage Masochism. Now, when Howard is so close to 100% health, it honestly doesn't really matter the fact that he's healing that much, provided that I can get set up. So, just like letting him heal here when he has like 90% health, you know, like it's no big deal. However, will I eventually be able to out-damage anything? It's not clear, although he's below 90. That's promising. Then he heals up 5% health again, as I'm getting hit in the face for free. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing his health bar yo-yo quite a bit. It's not looking good. Alright, I think what I'll probably do, trying to remember / predict my own choices. What I'll probably do is do like a quarter of damage and then just get out of there. It's like it's just gonna go on forever, and then if I make one tiny mistake, like it's all that progress. Oh, he's at 100, dude. That is just rude and disrespectful. Oh my god. What a jerk. Like, I don't exactly know if this is the path to victory, but I feel like you need to activate Masochism, but then also, while it's on cooldown, then you activate Damnation or whatever, which then heal blocks him, and then you activate it again, and then the Damnation prevents the healing, although evidently I didn't do that. Ooh, big Scary Fury buff. Yeah, aw. Okay, I still managed to do a quarter of damage, somehow. hate to see it. Let's get my boy in here. My boy doesn't rely on debuffs to do damage. He does damage despite his debuffs. Yeah, see what I mean? It's been like 45 seconds. I went back and checked. It's been 45 seconds, and he's already done like half of Howard's like remaining health. You know, like 35-40% or whatever. Very, very cool. It's a shame that CGR doesn't really work out here. I feel like theoretically, he would do something to Storm, but let's wait till we get there. It's gonna be a long road to the boss. You see the length of this video. You see the length of this video no one's gonna watch. It's, I won't talk about the boss too soon. Yeah, you can tell I'm trying so hard to get that like, power drain thing. Like, it's not even that important that it power drains. It's just like, I see the number 24, I'm like, that's really close to 25, I want to make it say 25, you know? It's like my, you know, my, like, dog brain or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Just feeding him debuffs for no reason that he heals off of. It makes the fight a little longer, so what? Doesn't really cost me all that much. Finally goes down. So using Falcon here is a mistake. Yeah, so basically the whole scanning thing does not, like the recon scan does not take care of Hulkbuster's armors whatsoever. So you'll see I brought Colossus in because I think role reversal is going on 5.2. Role reversal is like their whole thing, so class disadvantage becomes class advantage. But anyway, yeah, so the recon scan doesn't work. I don't exactly know why. I guess placing a shock on your opponent is an offensive ability, even if it's in response to getting hit and your armor going away, which are both, you know, things that people would typically relate to defense. But yeah, so his armor is replaced, or his armor gets removed and he places a shock on you if he gets crit. So it turns out that Captain America Sam Wilson is perfect because he never crits. He never crits with his base abilities. Now, what's interesting, you can go and test this. I want to say Critical Setup is on like one of the bosses for this month's event quest, talking about October. So I'm posting this very late. But yeah, if Cap is using Critical Setup, and, you know, he gets, like, the guaranteed crit, then his hit will actually crit, which is really, really bizarre, because otherwise you never see him crit. Even when he has his personal precision on, he never crits. So yeah, kind of strange. But yeah, it turns out to be perfect here. What's really funny is that the reason that made sense in my head when I was doing this fight is like, oh, all of his individual hits, you know, that do, like, white damage, those, like, white numbers you see, all those individual hits are really low. But fortunately he ruptures, which does the real damage, and rupture does not count as a debuff, which is why it's not triggering Masochism. So we got no shock, we got no healing, great time. Like, that was my explanation for it. And honestly, a lot of that might be true. One of these days I'll have to take, Captain America Sam Wilson on, like, a rage path or something. You know, Rage 2.5 or whatever that node is called. See if I trigger any Furies. But, no, the real reason he's good for Hulkbuster is because he does not crit. And no crits means no shock, means good times. Now, granted, this Hulkbuster has, like, 6 armors on him, which, like, reduces your offensive ability accuracy, and reduces damage, obviously, all that stuff, but I get him down eventually. Wow. Special 2 did nothing. What a bizarre thing to watch. Yeah, like, my basic attacks are doing more reliable damage. How absurd. But hey, one way or the other, we got him down. Okay, so I'm using Professor X for class advantage, even though role reversal's going on. I don't know. Falcon isn't that annoying of a defender. Like, he's got that special 1, which can be a pain, because, like, you can't exactly evade it super easily. You know, but pushing special 2 is fine. You have to, like, love and hate those, oh gosh, the recon scan. Yeah, you're gonna see me die a lot. You're gonna see me die a lot in this quest, in this video, because I don't know if I'm, like, exhausted, because, like, the quest itself is long. I've tried this quest, like, I don't even know how many times. I said 6 or 7 earlier. It could be any number of tries, to be perfectly honest. Because I'm pretty stubborn sometimes, especially if it's a low energy cost for my stubbornness. Because I'm also very stingy. But yeah, you're gonna see me die a lot. I wish I could make excuses that were like, you know, I had proof for them, or I was convinced of them myself. Like, oh, you know, I'm tired, or like, the quest made me nervous, I was distracted, blah, blah, blah. I just watch the death unfold, I guess. Hope you enjoy. So, I've slowed this fight down so that you could see me make this disastrous mistake, pretty plainly. Yeah, see that window right there? That was prime candidate for a light intercept. But I freaking dashed when Falcon was, like, in my face. He's in my face and I'm dashing. Like, what? So bad. It's just so bad. See, my intercepts are good here. You know, sometimes if you whiff a light, it's fine, because then the window lines up and then you follow up the dash intercept anyway. Or you could even throw 2 lights and your second light hits after the first one whiffs. But yeah, there's a time for dashing in and there's a time for you know, light attacking the air in front of you, you know? They all have their place. Ooh. Look at that, the power drain. Doesn't matter because he's already dead. Very cool. Yeah, that fight could have gone worse. Doesn't mean it went great, just, you know, could have gone worse. Who am I going to use against his Ultron? Probably Sam? Yeah. Ooh. I'm beginning to think this is another revive fest. I will say lately. I'm not talking about August, like late August or whenever I recorded this. Couldn't tell you for sure. I'd have to go to my gallery and see the date of this. But lately, I feel like I've been having a few input issues. Like, I hit the special one, special attack doesn't happen. I try to dash, it just does not read the input. A lot of that really can be explained by just kind of grabbing my phone weird, and like maybe the movement was too feeble. Because believe it or not, sometimes when I play this game, like my thumbs get tired. Like, I can be a bit of a masher. Like, mashing in this game, in my opinion, isn't so bad. It depends what you're trying to do, you know? Like, if you've successfully initiated a 5-hit combo by starting with that medium, you can smash the right side of the screen like 7 times and then pump out those 3 lights, you know? Like, for Quicksilver, I personally don't feel like it's very helpful to, like, intentionally do those light inputs because of how silly his combo works. Like, you're better off just, you know, mashing until you hear whoop, 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 whoop. Like, if you wanted to hit 2 lights, right? Or if you wanted to hit 3 lights, you mash until you hear whoop, 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 and then you fall with a whoop, whoop, you know? That medium ender. If you watch some Quicksilver gameplay, or if you played him, you might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, sometimes I can be a masher, and it's not always bad, but it also means that I get tired when playing a video game, you know, on my phone. Especially if I'm tense about the match. Now this revive. Is this revive also going in the trash? Am I gonna waste this one? Ooh, we have a good start. Evaded. Nice. If I was baiting a heavy there, then that was successful. Cannot say if I was. Tragic. I can't tell if that parry was intentional or if I wanted to reparry and it just never happened for me. Unclear. Sometimes I try to dex and they become parries. For talk of like game lag or like input lag, I feel like I get like either like brain lag or like my body just like is slow, you know? Like, I like to get those perfect dexes with Shang-Chi. I uploaded a Eternity of Pain Dragon Man video where I did like a Shang-Chi solo, if you want to watch that. I don't end up doing a lot of perfect dexes in that video. But broadly speaking, when I play Shang-Chi, I do those dexes. And the timing feels different, like, every single time. Like, I feel like when I start a fight, I need to learn the timing for that fight. It doesn't matter if it's, like, the same opponent or not. It's just, like, the timing is different because, like, I'm sitting differently. Or, like, the game is, like, lagging a specific amount. Or, like, the AI is behaving a certain way. So yeah. Here's Professor X once again. Doing a pretty good job at countering evade champs. Dude, look at that. Already got the vigilance up. Fantastic. Now watch this. Pretty soon... Okay, not yet. But pretty soon I get hit in the face like an idiot. Like a completely avoidable special, and I just get hit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna credit that to being tired. Being tired, but also stubborn, you know? If I'm tired and stubborn, that means I'm struggling, which means I'm probably gonna dump all kinds of health resources because, you know, stubbornness. If I'm struggling because it's difficult content, then, you know, same story. Which this is a little bit of both, honestly. You know, if it wasn't for free account challenges like this, I wouldn't know for sure whether or not I was carried by my roster. But evidently I am, because on my other accounts, where I have like 565 champs galore, you know, like handfuls of rank 3s, several rank 2s, even rank 1 6-star champions that are useful. You know, I get content done just fine. Just at my own pace, doing it casual, you know? But yeah, grinding, like grinding in this lower content with like, you know, champions that are under rank 3 5-stars, it's been pretty fun. Very satisfying. It's kind of a shame that that last hit didn't kill, to be honest. This kind of drags out the fight for no reason, but yeah, we're done. Okay. So Professor X is definitely preferable because of that whole role reversal nonsense. Alright, so Spidey fighting. It's all about pushing to that special 2. After I can counter... Yeah, after I can counter evade. Excellent. Yeah, I can't tell if I was trying to reparry or just blocking regular. See, that's what I mean. Taking a lot of block damage when theoretically doing a reparry with basic hits. I can push into that special 2 easier, you know? And then that just, it's less block damage overall. Right, all I need to do is get to that special 3. If I can get to that special 3, that's big damage. Even if it's not a KO, you know, right away. It's something. Okay. Yes. Alright, very good. Ooh. That sure looks like I was gonna win, didn't it? It's like when you hold heavy when they have the special, you always know that you're risking getting crit pretty bad. Or not crit, just getting hit with a special. It's a risk that you take into an account, but like very often they don't throw it right away, or they just like don't throw a period. They're all turtled up in the corner or something, you know? But this is the one time where they just throw it, you know? Alright, so far, Cap's doing pretty good. Just doing Cap things. The strange thing about him is that he has all these defensive capabilities with like his armors and stuff. But I feel like in order for me to play him to his full potential, I gotta be aggressive. But anyway, he's dead. Colossus time. Now, weirdly enough, I feel like Colossus's whole rotation being like, you know, a tank that can take damage as well as one that can dish damage out. Like, playing aggressive with him is just a better time, provided he don't suck. Like I do here, I suck major balls, I just play really bad. Just, my advice, don't do that. Don't do that, and the game might be more fun, and you'll have clear content, get rewards, it's a great time. But yeah, when I am good, it's a bit iffy, but when I am good with Colossus, His whole, like, you know, aggressive playstyle rotation is pretty nice. Now, there's so much that he gets from, like, his awakened ability as well as synergies. I've actually found that if I run, like, Omega Red, or even Omega Red and Emma Frost, that Unawakened Colossus does kind of well, especially with Professor X. With, with that, like, prowess that you get on all your specials. Colossus doesn't crit a whole lot, but when his specials do crit, it's like, it's real big. It's just having that awakened ability would be nice. I currently have 2 generic gems, awakening gems, as well as, at least one of those, like, Sig 99 generics that I could just give to him and he would just, you know, go straight to Sig 99. It's just that I can't, okay, honestly, I can justify spending it on him, because it's like, on the one hand, you know, oh, investing in 4-star is kind of a bad idea when Act 6 is coming any day now. But because these are 4-star specific materials, I really should use them on somebody. I just keep thinking, like, oh, that better 4-star is going to come around. Like, I'm going to get Aegon or something. I'm going to take Aegon through 5.4.6 or something. But honestly, probably the sooner I spend it, the sooner I get use out of it. That's probably going to be how it goes. So here we go, CGR with Masochism. I think I can still make this work. So we have Transducer as well as Plagued Mind, and Masochism, obviously. So I think what I want to do here is push the 2 bars of power, or 1 bar, I guess in this case. Trigger Masochism perfectly fine. This should hopefully mean that my Damnation doesn't trigger it again. And I miss a special dex. Colossus time. Colossus is perfectly fine for this. Colossus with Transducer is pretty good. Like, anything that can up his combat power is good, because more combat power means more special 2s, means more damage, tankiness, armor ups, all that stuff. And he's immune to bleed as well, which is why I brought him. So, he's good for Caltrops. At least I got to end this quest with, like, a good fight. Basically a perfect fight. I don't think I got hit. Okay, I must have taken damage on the block, but very nice. Alright, thanks so much again for watching this video, and I'll update you more on the rarity lock. Have a great day. Goodbye.